Eggster destroyed evil geniuses. Envy have rocked the boat ever since joining Tier 1 Valorant, and their beloved streamer has been leading the charge. Against EG, Eggster put up an otherworldly 28 and 13 KD, sealing the deal on map 3. But this dude is a content creator. How is he spanking players so hard that have been competing ever since they've been in diapers this hard? Well, when you've invested thousands upon thousands of hours into mastering Valorant's most broken agent, you end up with games like this. Who else remembers when playing Yoru was like the biggest deal ever? And now he's been nerfed multiple times and still has a 70% win rate. Who would have guessed that cross-map teleports, unpredictable flashes, a clone that you can use as a body shield or activate from anywhere on the map, and an ult that provides you both insane positioning and information for your team would be broken? I guess Eggster did. Dealing with a good Yoru main even after his recent nerfs is pretty hard to do, especially when he's got thousands of hours on this agent. The only thing worse than playing against that is trying to win while lagging. And if that sounds like you, get EXITLAG. I've been subscribed for almost 3 years now. And right now, EXITLAG's running their birthday sale where their annual plan is 50% off, plus you get an additional 3 months for free. Are they even making money off this? EXITLAG is by far the best network optimizer and offers a wide range of online server solutions. Same with me. AI route optimization, a dynamic stabilizer, and a diagnostic center, all while supporting over 2,000 games. Their gigantic infrastructure also supports 1,000 servers across 5 continents and 18 million weekly optimizations. You won't lag again! And setting up only takes a couple steps. Head to their website, create an account, download EXITLAG, and install. Then pick your favorite game, select your ideal routing, apply, and look at the results. EXITLAG also features multiplayer plans, a duos one for you and a buddy, or even a squad plan for up to 5 players. All of which are included in that birthday special. These guys are the biggest supporters of this channel, so if you want to see more breakdowns and fix your network problems at the same time, click my link down in the description. It's EG's first full buy, and their plan is default long in their 3-1-1, while Envy are in a 3-3 setup. With Eggster's gate crashes, he can always make sure he's stacking the right sites. The barriers drop, and Poppin immediately sends a flash with the teleporter to get Eggster on the line. Inspire also drops a smoke as soon as Superman's toxic screen rises. You can't lurk through this. While he crawls around into a dirty off angle, the offense have scaled up Fountain and have been spotted. Rossi cuts him off with his poison orb, so the offense decide to wait. But he drops his smoke early, and jump spots, barely spotting Teets. Envy have seen nothing showers, short, but attackers are long and could be near hookah. So Eggster decides to activate his first gate crash and form a 3-stack.
Envy oftentimes to go for re-aggression in positions like this here.
Why would we switch POVs? And why don't we have a replay system for pro games? Okeanos flash, Teets dash, and Boa caps off the long default with a smoke to block vision from sight. With long secured, both Okeanos and Eggster have sent gate crashes towards the other half of the map. Then almost simultaneously, each Yoru teleports. The Calm is prowling Oki through showers, and his decoy secures that part of the map. Now, with both extremities, the offense's plan is to regroup short and go away, but not before Fade creates pressure on the last lane of the map, hookah. She moves up B short, prowlers inside, and heads back to A shortly after. Look at the defense, and you can tell that EG have done a great job of defaulting and have created a 1-stack on A. And he's about to jump out of his smoke!
Including that Brimstone still within the smoke. Inspire, a problem.
Absolutely is. Steps on through that smoke at just the wrong timing, though.
A is naked. Eggster and his Outlaw need to go big.
Just the wrong timing, though. Less of a problem now is Eggster.
Teets didn't want to wait for smokes to drop, and Eggster punished. And now with Eggster walking out from pipes, Eggster floods in with a flash and a
flash for his teammate. Pops on out of heaven. I mean, this is a little...
Eggster floods in with a flash and a clone. With popping close and time running low, Envy want to stop the plant.
Drops on out of heaven. I mean, this is a little bit hypey from Envy. Just stepping on back into this. They've got the molly down on the spike, making it hard to get the plant down. Now another swing out of Eggster.
EG only have 15 seconds to plant.
That spike planted. There's more members of Envy on the approach. It's a great stun out of Poppin', and there's just not enough time. Not with all these players coming in. It's a bonus for Envy.
Got to speed up on these anti-ecos. You remember last
Do want a full fight for B long control, or even just switching up their general macro ideas, because whether it's been the long control or some of these fights into showers, it has been a drought in terms of map control for EG.
One enemy remaining.
And that's only going to continue here for another round.
allowing Eggster to isolate Fade from the rest of her pack.
Have your shower egg. Have your shower egg.
They have no flashes, guys. Full blind.
Watching short. Shower dead. Holding smoke.
Carry TP. We see nothing.
Looks like TP.
30 seconds.
Planted. Planting.
What is B? What is B? What is B?
Pocket, pocket.
Two, three. All three. Bingo.
2v1.
Low.
Nice! That's good!
Because he's played millions of hours on Yoru, he knows how far back he needs to stand in order to bounce a pixel-perfect flash. EG then had to save again. They rushed A, Eggster instant teleported to form the 3-stack, and then sends another gate crash back to B before his team beat EG's ass.
It's again on to default,
And
where
here's the stall. Smoke
Exactly.
up, 1 molly, 2 mollies, and
it
spam
just
the
doesn't
follow.
end.
I break.
They're flashing through. One flash.
Viper dead, one short dead.
Two dead.
Default dead.
One more.
5v1.
TP, get him, get him.
Knife him.
Knife him, I'm down.
I'm getting the orb. You can knife him back. He's not gonna expect you probably.
And, yeah.
That unsuccessful knife must have given Eggster too much confidence, because when the offense wanted to go B next round, he whiffed once, maybe twice. EG took the site and won the 4 versus 2. Whatever, they lost that round, but on the next, Eggster did this.
Fight on down B long, that's flat.
EG predicted that some stupid aggressive shenanigans were coming and had their Brimstone play anti-flash. Then without a Yoru, Envy were forced to play in a 2-2, meaning EG could hit any site they want and not worry about a 3-stack.
Clear it up through A.
30 seconds left.
EG ready to fire away. Kesnet lights up down long, really segmenting off this hit with 20 seconds on the clock. Rossi and Kesnet, how long can they hold? They can't escape a site, they've got to buckle in. And now it's just Rossi left on his own. He's knocked down. EG.
Okay, I'm sorry for all the yapping, but Eggster didn't do anything that crazy, so I wanted to try and cover 6 rounds in like a couple minutes. Maybe this could be a new format that allows me to cover full games in the future? Well, check out my second channel where I do much quicker analysis, and you tell me. But now we're back on another full buy versus full buy, where Kesnet's bust out the op in Envy's 3-2, and EG are headed straight for it. The run begins, and Rossi tosses his poison orb to smoke off his own op.
Completely hamper that effort.
Well, Mimi, Kesnet's got an operator down B long
And a
this
little
time.
fake gap in the smoke. Hello.
Oh.
That's a big missed opportunity.
By leaving
Launching
intentional
smoke.
gaps in your smokes, you bait the offense into thinking that it's safe to peek, when in reality, it's not. But Kesnet whiffed and is forced to retreat while the offense complete their long default by flashing into and smoking Octagon. With that secure, Khan begins prowling hookah, but Poppins dodged it. He hops back inside and waits for somebody to walk in, but nobody's coming. Instead, the attackers are waiting patiently for Envy to come and re-clear this lost territory. And here comes Rossi.
4-1, leaving a lurk over towards A short. And Envy this time without any really aggressive positions, bar Rossi, who just challenges.
Yeah. And there's no one in a position to...
What was that Molly doing? But Rossi is out of there. He raises a toxic screen as he backs down to sight, and Poppin realizes 2 things. 1, no one's going hookah. And 2, time's running low. So he sends out his Seekers, and they reveal that most of the offense are going A.
And a mid-round Seekers is great information as well. Only sees the 1 still on the B side. Sees 2 going in, so Poppin is running behind that outside of hookah right now, while EG are forced into the A side.
And not wanting to lose his ult, Eggster concedes lamps. But after realizing that Brimstone and Whaley are both here, he hops into his ult, which is the first step to one of the deadliest combos in the game.
Ready to stall out this plant too. Eggster spotting absolutely everything with the dive on over. That is mayhem out from Envy. Putting Insanity up to 100, and it is paying off for them. Beautiful look out from Envy. I mean, look where the spike is. It's in the backside of Lamps. It doesn't.
By unloading all of her kit in one go, Whaley can get info for her team, slow you in an instant, and get out with her life. But to make sure she isn't wasting it, Eggster picked out the perfect target for her in his dimensional drift. Inspire then tried frying Bow, but the slow barely missed. Both teams are back in full buys, but EG are slightly tweaking their plan. In their 2-1-2, the goal is to default long again, but quickly pivot back to A since it took a while for Rossi to re-clear it last round. And with Superman's Viper's Pit, the offense's goal is to plant and use his ult to secure the post. But with Eggster contesting these two in showers, that might not be so easy. The round opens with an immediate smoke from Inspire in showers, and the attackers running up Fountain and quickly releasing a Prowler into Bow smoke before backing down. But this isn't enough to bait Eggster into taking his gate crash. Instead, Kesnet leaves and waylays the rotator. Then why is Eggster's gate crash across the map? That is a big problem, and we'll talk more about it later. Anywho, Evil Geniuses want showers, but can't just walk through the smoke and Eggster's bullets. So once the offense hear him begin to reload, Okeanos preps a clone, flash, and Nijisen is ready to dash.
Now it comes in, that flash on in, but
Eggster is out, but now Inspire is by himself. He has to go big.
Inspire has slipped up all the same. They're spamming for him. They're looking for him, but on 2 HP, he can still deliver.
I'm glad that Inspire got his, but he was left all on his own. Remember how that gate crash was a big problem? Well, here's why. On Bind, mid doesn't exist, meaning the defense will usually be in a 2-3 or 3-2 stack. The goal of the attackers is to default to force the defense to make a 3 and hopefully end up hitting the site that only has 2. That's what makes Yoru the perfect agent on this map. Not the crazy fake teleporter plays, but being able to rotate in an instant. Against a good Yoru player, offenses will usually never execute on a site with only 2 defenders. But in this setup, Kesnet has an op and wants to be the one who rotates back and forth. If you knew Kesnet wanted to be the rotator with his op, then Eggster should be sending a gate crash into lamps or pipes, so that if the offense do go away, he can still help Inspire even after he gets flushed out of showers. Because on defense, it is really important that you hold one of these 3 places on A or these on B. If you start your retake from spawn, it can only come through 1 choke point, or you have to drop out of heaven, you're toast. So despite Inspire getting his, this is a really bad situation for Envy, especially with Superman's Pit online. The offense funnel into sight behind their deep smokes, but from spawn, Eggster wants to redeem himself for his sins. So he sends out a clone for pipes and heads to heaven. He and his teammates want to flood in and stop the plant, no matter the cost.
Deliver.
But into the site is EG. They have a post plan established. Envy, the players already in heaven. They want to flood.
Coming into it now as Kesnet distracts on the other side. Eggster finds his mark on the other. 1 shot, 2, now knocked down. But his Evil Geniuses.
EG did well to protect the plant. And now Eggster also did good to even the odds for Envy, but that poor gate crash did allow the offense to ult and take site. And now Poppin and Kesnet need to clear this big ass fart bubble with nothing but a flash. But Calm makes a genius decision by lobbing his C's before immediately turning to go wrap showers. And now even if his Viper falls, Envy will think that Calm is short because of this tether, but he'll be in shower ready to backstab the diffuser. It's the Calm classic. He dominated Paper X in this video. You should check it out when you're done with this one. And now Poppin and Kesnet understand that the middle of sight might be too thick to walk through, and lamps might be easier to clear instead. So they make their way inside, but then Superman gets suspicious. If Envy came through the main part of this ult, he'd either see them by now, or they'd be close to dead. By moving forward, he can secure these kills or eliminate the possibility of being backstabbed. Superman's aware of this timing.
Decent plant for him. And Supa still delaying on the outside of this smoke. Now it comes down to Calm as the pit falls. That'll be a kill for him. And Kesnet is low. Not a lot of time to play with either. Calm is just playing with his food. He is toying with him. He will fall, but there's not enough time left. He wins it for EG.
On the last 2 rounds of the half, Eggster didn't have a whole lot of impact, and Envy choked big time. During round 11, the offense prowlered showers, but Inspire and Kesnet re-cleared that immediately. Maybe they thought that only 1 prowler was suspicious compared to previous defaults, but they took down Calm. Then Djinn tried contacting into Hookah.
A different idea from them. Haven't seen much of this and have.
That's a mistake. And those 2 kills forced the rest of EG to try and execute through long.
Get one online. Now they're heading in 3-on-3 on this B site. Without that same setup utility, the shots though continue connecting. Poppin with the judge is a problem, and they're gonna try and solve that with the ultimate. Taking their time. Envy haven't found a fight. It's odd. It's peculiar. And now Inspire out of the equation. And there's players on every single front.
Those two fumbles bring us to the second half, where Envy have a 5-person brain-dead ranked slop play-up short planned that should take EG's boring 3-2 setup off guard. The second half is off to a hot start behind the offense's Trailblazer, Eggster's clone, and Waylay's double dash.
The dog on Poppin as well. Double dash up to the top of sight, and Calm was waiting for it.
With this weird Viper wall and Brim's double smokes, I think their plan was to try and make playing in lamps awkward as hell. This would force the defender in here to retreat or get stunned by Sky's dog, either resulting in a first blood for the offense. Instead, neither found nothing, so Kesnet decided to peek spawn. And so are the rest of Envy.
The frenzy of all things. And Envy not slowing down either. They're continuing forward, stopped by a seize as Calm continues to lock it down. Only now to falter. Gotcha. Now with Eggster taken on out. Seems like
now, you might be thinking that I'm about to yell at Eggster for continuing his spawn peek after that excellent trade, but it's really not that dumb. Remember when I mentioned that most defenses are going to be set up in a 3-2 or 2-3 spread? Well, on pistol or low buys, teams will increase the 3 to a 4 to make sure the stack wins around, or just end up playing retake or for exits on the one side. Here, Eggster must have thought that this was a one stack from how far back Fade was playing. But Envy can't stop now though. 2 EG players have just taken the showers teleporter. Poppin opts to hang back and wrap showers in hopes to backstab the defenders late in the post plant. And while EG have just cleared showers, Rossi backs into lamps as well, hoping that Poppin's flank works. But Inspire wants to even the odds.
Through showers, there's a flank on a flank. This is such a weird run, but Inspire still
it's
gets
just a
one.
1-for-1 at the
2 versus 3, but Rossi knows that he cannot die until Poppin completes his wrap. So he starts jiggling and shaking ass, doing anything to keep the defense occupied.
It's EG up a player right now as shots go wide. It's a bit of a mess on every front. Poppin in a 1-on-3, but the spike is just being diffused. He can't stay alive regardless. EG take their 6.
That ranked pistol play has forced Envy to save, and their 2 win conditions are a Sheriff and a Bandit. Is it just me or is it hard to tell classics from bandits? It looks like they're geared to split B, while the defense are in a standard 2-3. Wait, why is Okeanos' gate crash in heaven? This round begins with the offense scaling up towards B and Poppin whipping a flash in the octagon, forcing Superman and his bandit to fall. He snake bites the choke that stalls the attack, but not the guys in hookah.
And it's 1 Sheriff. Supa's being challenged on the B side. Digizin goes down to
The Outlaws down, and no one's here to help Viper. Yoru needs to be the rotator, not the anchorer. How come no one is here to help the pistol and sniper? Well, to be fair, Digizin should be more conscious of hookah. The offense now have an open sight and a free outlaw. Poppin activates his Trailblazer for Inspire to follow into elbow.
With Inspire.
He's right there. Wombo, kill that guy.
Viper. Play time.
Chill,
back
chill.
up. Chill. Backing up.
Viper elbow.
Viper elbow.
Rossi snake bites separated the retake, and Eggster's bandit finished the job. It's a 4 versus 2, and Eggster confirms that one of them is still elbow, but he won't give Superman the 1v1 he's looking for.
He did everything right in this round.
One CT.
Viper elbow.
Just suck time, please.
I'm going to kill those guys.
He's low ammo, Ross.
I know.
Oh, you can peek now.
Last player
Nice.
standing.
He has like 2 bullets
Saving, most likely saving.
Hi. Okay.
He's coming to you.
Walk, cuz.
Walk.
Calm ready for the one angle, and Kesnet dared to deliver.
On EG's following save, they blitzed down short while Envy just went B. At least that's what I think because we started the round 7 seconds in. I'm begging for a replay system for pro games, please! On B, Superman got one by timing swinging the dog, got traded, and we took sight, but in the post plant, Eggster realized that he was 1 point off his dimensional drift. So he called to Kesnet and swapped weapons with him. He wanted to hunt for the last old point without conceding a rifle.
Envy just doing some gun swapping to enable Eggster to charge on in, get the dimensional drift online. Setting themselves up beautifully, as you're saying.
That brings us to both teams' first full buy, where Envy want to split B as fast as they can behind Eggster's dimensional drift, while EG are still in this horrible 2-3 setup where Digizin is the slowest shit rotator with the Zop. No one's gonna be here to help these two! Why even play Yoru if you're just going to do this? The barriers fall, and Inspire immediately smokes the end of hookah to signal a default happening there, but his teammates have flashed and teleported up long. Eggster's in the perfect position
really
to
head towards
ult.
Okeanos, who just gave up his position in hookah. instead choosing to fall on out. EG want to play for the retake. Actually, Oki's getting right back into it. That's a little bit wild. What is he doing out there on his own? Envy just crushed those two.
Why would we switch off Eggster's POV? Here, you can see these skills in the replay after the round. But by waiting for Okeanos to be stuck in an animation like using a flash, this gives Eggster time to come out from his dimensional drift and punish. Now, could you imagine if DJzen started B and Okeanos was the rotate? Evil Geniuses probably put Envy in a 3-person blender. Even Fade could be the rotator. At least she can haunt or seize over walls to help her team. Okeanos was solo backside and Superman dry swung out of elbow. That second kill has encouraged Inspire to take that free elbow space and is headed right for Fade. Him and Calm exchange shots before the later falls back. But Eggster and Popper are here too, and they're running him down.
Win this.
Calm has secured one. Calm might try to do a little bit extra on his own as Inspire goes in again for another kill. Calm is islanded on site. Not easy for him to escape at this point, so he might have to keep this fight up. Perhaps the spike spotted by his dog. I mean, good luck.
By comboing Brim's orbital strike with Eggster's blindside, the defense are flushed into this flash. But to swing deeper, Inspire tanked the damage from his ult to get to a sick off angle. That's an Envy play. And now this round should be a layup as EG have to save. Their 3-2 setup sucks as Okeanos' gate crashes in this corner. So if Envy rush A, good luck guys! As of now, they're spread out watching each lane. In case EG want to do something aggressive like we've seen before, Envy should know early enough and be able to respond accordingly. The round starts with both Okeanos and Kesnet swinging wide, but the second has an outlaw. So the defense tuck while Eggster's gate crash fake pops and Superman's poison orb. Combine that info with Poppinsberg not going caw in showers, and Envy elect that A is the safer site. The attackers group that way, and Poppin sends his dog through showers as Rossi raises his toxic screen.
You'd think even earlier than that, in 2024, you had some maps like that as well. Well, it's a bit of a theme with EG.
Well, why do we keep cutting away from the action? Where's the replay? Because Waylay dashed across site, she at the last second spotted bow and Eggster capitalized. The site now belongs to Envy, and this should be an impossible retake for EG. DJzen takes the teleporter and tries to trap Poppin with his saturate. It doesn't connect, he swings and Inspire, why are you peeking lamps? Poppin is now forced to activate his seekers and swing back sight. Why?
And Calm with an ult, maybe there's a chance.
We'll see. There's a Nightfall thrown into the mix. And now there's only one player left. Kesnet decayed down to 1. 2 bullets in this Outlaw chamber. That's 1, but he can't get away. And Evil Geniuses will right the course.
That round is the perfect example as why you should never, ever push hookah or lamps against an eco. Jimmy, tell me, if you're in an eco, what are you buying? What? No, you're buying a close-range weapon. And where do these guns thrive? In close-quartered combat, like hookah or lamps! Plus, if we know the enemy team is on an eco, why not smoke heaven and pipes, so your team can take more space? Just don't go into these 2 spots. What are they gonna do? Retake with their Bucky? It's another full buy, and Envy are about to do something that I've never seen done before. Default short. Kinda. Here, you don't really default. You're either up it or you're not. I mean, when have you ever heard anybody say, I'm gonna default short? Yeah, never. And now EG setup is still bad. If Envy rush B, Okeanos is going to have to teleport, and Superman is going to be super screwed. But Envy are just defaulting, right? Well, it begins fast with Poppin's dog galloping up short, and DJzen slows Envy down with a saturate. He backs off as Bao smokes short, but Inspire smokes like he did on Pistol. The offense move up, and Kesnet preps his dash. Poppin flashes lamps as Waylay soars up and over default before bunny hopping towards showers. But Kesnet teleports away, and Eggster swings for a second too. They both back down after realizing that Envy have accomplished their goal. Okeanos has probably teleported, leaving Viper all by herself.
To go back into B.
Only Super here, and that might be all he needs. 1 kill already as Rossi steps through the molly, taking a timing.
Superman is a hero, but EG setup deserves to lose. And now Envy have no other choice but to send it B.
He spotted though, Super's locking it down. And they just keep on coming. 1 by 1, the members of Envy into the site, now bring it to a 2-on-3. But there's a spike they have to go back and recover. There's this massive laser.
He was protected by Bao's orbital strike, but Poppin died trying to jump out of hookah. That was bold of Kesnet to rip his convergent path at spawn, but it caught Calm. So Kesnet backs down to form a plan B, while Eggster goes on the prowl.
Up slowing it down for now. And Kesnet, I mean, how do you go back and get the spike when...
You gonna grab bomb?
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna grab. Give me 1 second. Nice.
Chill.
Good, bro! Oh my god!
A 1-on-3, and Eggster cuts them all down.
After being shaken down for all their lunch money, EG have to take a timeout. Hey man, can you stop leaving and actually help me hold sight for once? I can't do everything by myself. Does Viper ever shut her mouth? If EG want any chance of coming back into this game, they need to have Yoru be the designated rotator. Have Waylay and Fade set Okeanos up on either side. They're both initiators in their own way. But from the looks of their 2-3, they haven't fixed anything. Eggster kicks off round 18 by hopping into his dimensional drift and clearing all of Hookah for his team, while Poppin, Rossi, and Inspire smoke and flash through their long poison orb. Okeanos is forced to teleport, leaving Superman by himself again. He downs Kesnet, who's flew out of Hookah, but he needs more.
Super just still holding it down. Hold on a minute. Kesnet out of the picture. Poppin comes...
Is no one gonna help this guy? EG are here, but they're too late. Envy have sight, but Okeanos wants to salvage this round by entering his dimensional drift, which helps Deejin aim his convergent paths. But Eggster knows a flood is coming, so he pushes into the spawn smoke to put a cork in it.
On the other side. But Eggster still waiting inside of the smoke, and Envy, with these forward fights, continue to impress.
By hugging this back wall, Eggster knew he'd dodge any of Calm's prowlers. And with Bao at 2 HP, he's trying to save.
These are just classic Envy. The set strats are so well drawn up. The aggression in the post flank completely disrupting any team.
Just because EG blew 2 powerful ults, that doesn't mean that they're out of this game. On round 20, EG went A while Inspire lurked up B. And the fact that Brim can smoke from here is pretty cool. But he got pinched after getting one, and Eggster tried making space backside with his and Sky's flash, but died. That put Envy in a 3 versus 4, but they quickly evened it out with some nice shots. But Kesnet didn't expect Deejin's flank. 1 versus 2.
Rossi can stall some time with this Molly. Pressure to try and come in, knowing to spam through the wall too. Pulls them away from the spot.
Then on round 21, Envy wanted to go B, saw this big green stank, and decided to go A, where EG had one of the most broken guns in the game.
Right now, the Prowler, the dog needs to be shot. A good hinder too. As Bao slowed down on top, and nice shot out of Bao. Not surprised at all by the clone. And Bao charges forward for an extra.
Inspire continued up short, died, but Rossi got his trade, making this a tough to win 1 versus 3.
Up into short and recover the spike. Catches Oki looking the wrong direction, but it doesn't.
While Rossi didn't win, I am proud of him for not burning his Viper's Pit. When you only need 1 more round to win, it is smart to save as many ults as you can for one big push and secure that 13th round to close the game. And I think that's what Envy talked about in their timeout. Or that they're bored and want to just win so they can go play ranked. Those 2 losses have forced Envy into a half bye, and despite this piss poor game plan, EG have a solid chance at coming back. But that starts with this round. In their 1-4, Envy want to slam B, while EG don't have that bad of a setup. Yoru's gate crash isn't in Paris, but is in position to flood back out and help his Viper hold sight. Envy have their Viper's Pit, and if they make it on sight with their crap guns, their chances of winning are going to skyrocket. The Bybearers fall, and Rossi lobs the same smoke for long, which makes Okeanos feel anxious. I mean, anything could be behind this thing. But all 5 Envy players are charging through Hookah.
For them.
They
Now,
love these B hits.
their guns are scuffed beyond belief.
Does it matter is my question, because
No.
this Bucky in this position...
Is that it? We just give up sight? I think Superman was just tired of being alone every round, so he just got off. But Rossi has his ult. He moves and clogs up so much of spawn with his green fog. The defense can't get through this. Envy will melt them, even with their random weapons. So 4 retakers decide to group elbow instead, but the attackers know that they're all going to funnel in this way.
Listen to me. I'm mollying up for you guys.
Can you ult elbow now? Ult elbow, Hunter.
Ulting. Flashing elbow. Rossi, I'm with you.
I have spawn.
Bro, it's dead! You bro!
Off Sky Seekers, Inspire incinerated elbow, which forced these guys out in the open and threw Rossi's snakebite. Knowing this, Eggster bounced the flash to make sure that none of EG could shoot back. But is Eggster the best Yoru in the world? I don't know. I think Durka is. He hit the world's first fake clone in pro play. Watch that video here. It is so sick.